Hello YouTube, it's IG, and this is my response to Agent of Doubts, Japan versus God. If you haven't seen it, check out Agent of Doubts channel. No, I'm not going to put a link. You can find it. Agent of Doubt. It's not hard. It's easier for you to put it in the search bar than it is for me to go back and add an annotation. So, yes, lazy. Anyway, but subscribe to his channel. He's got some quality stuff up there. So he asks 5 questions, and he tagged atheists and he tagged Christians, and let's get started. Um, but before we get started, let me just say this. Just as T Master said in his video, and you can go check him out at T Master 1978. Again, T Master 1978. He does a response video as well, and he did something that I would also like to do, and that is replace the word plan in these questions with will. And the difference is a plan is something that is purposeful. It's, it was thought out and selected, placed. Okay, and will, to me, is the overall ending, the summation. The God's will being something that we can't understand or we can't comprehend. And so anyway, any questions, let me know. So the first question is, do you believe in the God of the Bible? Okay, now I could, be slippery and say, well, which Bible, which translation, but let's just assume he's talking about my Bible, and the answer is yes, I do. I do believe in the God of the Bible and in Jesus Christ. Question number 2. Do you believe that everyone or everything that happens does so according to God's purpose? Okay. Again, purpose, will is different. To say purpose means that it benefits him somehow. Will, I think, is better put as it benefits mankind in the long run, maybe. I don't know. So let's change that to, do you believe that everything happens, does so according to God's purpose? And yes, I do believe that everything that happens does so according to God's will. So technically, if we're going to answer these questions word for word, number 2, I would say no. But if I change purpose to will, I'd say yes. Because that's what he's looking for. He's looking for yeses, and I'll get into that later. Number 3, do you believe that the earthquake and tsunami that hit Japan were part of God's overall plan for the world? Okay. Now, if I just stick to those words, the answer is no. But he doesn't want to hear no. So let me change it so I can give him the yes he wants. Do you believe that the earthquake and tsunami that hit Japan were part of God's overall will for the world? That way, I can say yes. He allowed it to happen for a reason. That's what he's looking for. That's what I'm saying. Not overall plan. It wasn't a plan. He allowed it to happen for his will, for us. Anyway, number 4. Do you know other people who believe in God who think that the Japanese tragedy is part of God's plan? Now word for word, I have to say no. God's plan is a no. But if we change the word plan again to God's will, then yes. I know many people who think it was God's will. It was God allowed this to happen, and there is a purpose behind it happening, but he didn't cause it. Okay? He allowed it to happen. He didn't cause it. Okay? Do you think, number 5, do you think these are loaded questions, and if so, why? Now, here we go. Absolutely, these are loaded questions. These are questions looking to demonize God and demonize the followers of God. This is nothing more than a setup to call people horrible, murderous, and whatever other insult he can think of, because what he's implying here is, he's trying to make God out to be Godzilla who was purposely destroying Japan, but Godzilla didn't really have a purpose or a will. He was just a big monster destroying Japan. Okay? And getting people to answer yes to these questions allows him to then show them and God in a light that makes them look bad. It makes us look like, baby killers, murderers, because we think that this is a good thing. Do I think that what happened in Japan is good? No, I don't think it's good. Do I think that God allowed it to happen so that good could come out of it? Yes. Yes, I do. One of the things about living on this planet is there are natural disasters. There are. And God allows them to happen. And he does so because human beings tend to put their differences aside in emergencies and work together. And I know from experience that, after the Northridge earthquake here in SoCal, everybody was friendly and supportive and nice to each other. It unified us. The biggest example I can give is the 9/11 attacks. When that happened, every single American felt like a team. Team America. We'd been attacked. Remember all the flags in the windows, and everyone's carrying a flag in their car, even motorcycles with these big flags. Everyone was united, and a lot of good came out of that. Was it tragic? Yes. Was it fair? No. Did it happen? Yes. And did good come out of it? Depends on who you are. But I was go ahead and go out on a limb and say that yes, some good did come out of it for some people. And that's what I think exactly the Japan incident is that it happened. God didn't cause it to happen. He allowed it to happen. And finally, what I want to say is that I think these questions are ridiculous. I think they're insulting. And I was just going to ignore it because I could tell right away that this is a way to make people look bad because of what they believe in. Exactly what he says in the beginning of his video. You know, this Poe was chased off of YouTube because of her docs got dropped, and she was chased off of YouTube for expressing herself and expressing her idea of what she thought a fundamental Christian was, which is fair. It's art, it's expression, and mocking somebody and chasing them off of YouTube um, is censorship, and that's what this is going to turn into. So if people start attacking me because of my answers to this question, um, they're going to put pressure on me so that I may not answer as, you know, bluntly next time in fear. But I'm telling you right now that, yes, 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 yes. Did I want it to happen? No. Do I think God wanted this to happen? No. But anyway, so that's what I got to say about this. You know, I think it sucks that Agent of Doubt is trying to demonize God in this way. He knows Christianity, like Shane said, far too well to be really asking these questions in good faith. He knows how we're supposed to answer. These aren't questions. What he's doing is setting everybody up. Not everybody, setting up Christians. You know, and I think that sucks. But I took the challenge and I answered 100% honest and bluntly. So, got any questions? Got any remarks? You want to yell and scream at me? Fine. But yeah. Thanks for playing. IG out.